It is Wednesday, the 18th of March. I'm Gill Stannard, naturopath and mentor, and I'm back for another wellbeing and sharing check. There's more about me if you don't know me at Gill Stannard, GILLSTANNARD.com.au for more information about what I do, heaps of recipes, and more health articles than you could poke a stick at. So today I actually had a question, and I had a question from somebody who's actually had to go to work, so she's not working from home today. And Helen, so this question is from Helen, she said, who joined the live yesterday, who asked, what do you eat for lunch when you're at home, and how do we kind of eat healthily if we're either working from home and unfamiliar with this, or self-isolated, or other reasons why you're needing to keep some social distancing. Actually, I'm going to try to get myself into the habit of calling this physical distancing. We hopefully, through things like Facebook Live and all our other online means of communication, we're not actually socially distanced. We're just keeping a bit of physical distance. I've just been out on the world today by train. It's been really interesting to see people's behaviours, but we're going to talk about lunch. Okay, so the most obvious place that people working from home go to within the home for lunch is leftovers. Now, you either love or hate leftovers. I don't love leftovers. Even if I've made something absolutely delicious, I like to make something a bit different. And for me, that something a bit different is maybe modifying what I've made. So, for example, last week I made a really, really good dal recipe. I made it as a dal, and that's actually in my food section in the recipe archives on gillstannard.com.au. And the dal's quite thick. I don't like a particularly watery dal, but what I did for a couple of lunches that week was just as needed, added some really nice veggie stock, and turned it into a dal soup. If you are a pescatarian, a little bit of fish sauce sprinkled on top, some coriander, some chili, or some namprik, I think that's called, that I've got in my fridge that I made myself, that fish sauce soaked slices of chili like you get in Thailand. Delish. So if you do like eating the same food over and over again for 2 or 3 meals a day until it's gone, great. Remember a few basic hygiene principles, that you store the cooked food, that the initial batch, in the fridge even before it goes cool. And my naturopathic word of warning is actually about rice. Please don't reuse your rice after about a day in the fridge. Now today I think we may be joined by Therapy Cat because I can hear him coming in. So I would, if I have a rice-based dish at dinner, I may eat it the next day for lunch if it's been well chilled and reheated properly, but I wouldn't be eating it the next day after that. That's my little tip for that. So beyond leftovers, my go-to for quick meals from home when I'm working from home are often egg-based. Sorry, vegans, this is my fallback. There are so many things you can do with a boiled egg other than putting them on toast or a corn thin or a rice cracker. I love them in a salad. I love to just little protein hit in a salad with a boiled egg. Depends on what you've got at hand, but you can also do a niçoise style salad. But if you want something quick, if you've got some leafy greens in your fridge or in your garden and a few other salad bits and pieces, adding a boiled egg gives you some satiety. That fat and that protein should get you through the afternoon. It'll get you through the afternoon better than binging on carbs. Really, it really, really will. I'm also a fan of miso soup because I can make it really quickly. I can make a big bowl. Oops, I touched my face. I'm not allowed to do that anymore. They're recently sanitized. I love a big bowl miso soup, which I kind of perfected when I was a student and had, in 1 year, I used to have a night class and I'd get home at like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night and needed to eat in 15 minutes, otherwise I'd go crazy. So I just simmer whatever I've got on hand. Root ginger, I love. Spring onions if I've got them, mushrooms if I've got them, cabbage or carrot, zucchini, whatever. Just make a bit of a brothy sort of thing. If you want to value add it with some stock powder, go for it. But often I don't need to. Then take it off the heat. Mix your miso paste through when it's off the heat. Actually, the real trick is to get a ladle full of the stock that you've made in a bowl with your teaspoon or two of your favourite miso and dissolve it together, then put that back into the big pot. If you want to carb it, then, a little bundle of rice noodles, which you can just soak in hot water while you're getting your miso up to speed, is really yummy. It's the sort of thing that can... Welcome, Therapy Cat. You're going to come and talk to everyone? Come here. Oh, you'll come. Yeah, miso, big bowl miso is an old favourite. Anything with eggs. I'm a bit of a fan, if I haven't had my muesli for breakfast, I'll leave it soaking and eat it for lunch. I do love my own muesli. I mix up oats, or even there's a really lovely organic porridge mix of a couple of different grains with a little bit of dried fruit. You don't have to add dry fruit. If you've got fresh fruit around, it's much easier to add a bit of fresh fruit when you eat it. Some seed mix and a few nuts. And I can make every week or two, I'll make a big batch. Ladle that out, put some soy or other milk on it in the morning. And if there's no fresh fruit about, I really love to be indulgent and get organic and dry, frozen raspberries in the fridge and just put a little handful on. So you don't have to stick to, breakfast, lunch and dinner. You need to eat around those times, but, classic breakfast food can be really, really good at lunchtime. Another friend has tweeted yesterday that she's just started working from home this week and she'd already eaten all her... Come here, kitten. Had eaten all the salty snacks in the house. Here we go. So what they don't tell you about working from home are these creatures. This is a Burmese. He wants to, if he's awake, he wants to be involved in the conversation. I try all the tricks before I have a client online or a client here, which is make sure there's food in his bowl, water in his bowl, and the kitty litter is clean, but it doesn't always work. Sometimes it's just about the cuddles. Okay, so, you have snack. Now, obviously, if you've got some fresh fruit in the house and you've got good glycemic control and sugar's okay for you in that form, then I'd be going a bit of fresh fruit. If not, something that is junky food-ish, which is actually relatively healthy and kind of fun, and particularly if you've got kids at home, is popcorn, which you make yourself, which is just dried corn kernels. You put a tablespoon in a pot with a dash of oil or a dash of butter if you have butter. Don't need much, you need a big pot. Put it over the heat, put the lid on and just shake while it's over the heat. And then you'll hear this popping sound. And then, when the popping slows down, maybe wait about 20 seconds and then take it off the heat. You can add a little bit of salt, seasoned salt, sea salt, or healthy flavoured salt if you like, but go easy on it. When I do adult popcorn, this is not a work snack. It's a little drizzle of truffle oil, and you can guarantee if you take that to a party, none of the children will touch it. We don't have parties now. So popcorn in its various forms. I don't have a microwave. I've never used the microwavable packets. If you do, I would really check to see if you get one which doesn't have any flavourings in it. So tell me what you have been eating for lunch. My only other one is a bit carby. It will be anything that's involving canned fish. See, I touched my face again. Canned fish, little pita breads that are in the freezer, or just maybe some canned salmon in a salad, or some steamed veggies with a little bit of protein. Share your thoughts, and all going well. I'll be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock Australian Eastern Summer Time. I've had a couple of messages and emails since I started doing this, which is really lovely. So please send in your thoughts. I'm just going to keep doing this for the duration because I think we need support and community because that's all part of well-being. I'm happy to answer health questions. As I said, there is no evidence-based alternative treatment for coronavirus. I'm happy to talk about general health questions if you've got them. But the most important thing is that we have community and connection through these challenging times. If you know anybody else who'd like to join us, tell them about it. And of course, the replay is on my Facebook group, which is facebook.com/City Natural Therapies, and my YouTube channel. Just Google my name, Gill Stannard Naturopath, and I'm collecting them there. Have a good day. See you tomorrow.